Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today, here it is. Today we are flipping through Mad number 337, released July 1995. Cover price $1.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, I just want to say, hey, please subscribe, hit like, leave a comment on this video if you would, if you please would. It does make a difference. And I'm getting really close to 400 subscribers. I'm at 390 as of the recording of this video. You could be the one to push me to 400. Wouldn't that be exciting? I think so. Anyway, if you want to support me in another way, you can go to patreon.com/flippinthrough. It's down there in the description. And I want to say thank you to those people who are supporting me right now. And that is Shane Buckley, Mark Wolf, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Ed Meisinger, Doug Guilford, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Kyle Bridget. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And I really hope that I can keep on earning it. With that, let's move on to this. And do you notice the titles didn't start when I switched back over to this? That's because I'm learning. All right? Sketchy works, you're not going to get me this time. And quit encouraging him. All right? That's what I'm going to say, you guys. Quit encouraging him. He puts the timestamp every time I screw it up. And don't like it. Anyway, this is such a fitting cover, and it's by happenstance that I am doing it. I was texting with some friends, and I says to one of them, hey, give me a number between 301 and 399. And this is what was picked. And I don't know, what do we got? Batman Forever? Is Batman... Oh, no. No, I was thinking of Batman Returns. Anyway, Michael Keaton is coming back as Batman, which is pretty exciting. I know everybody wants to act like he's the best Batman. He isn't. He was a great Batman. He was the first, well, technically the second, maybe, yeah. No, the third one, because there's the one in the 1930 serials. There's Adam West, and then there was Michael Keaton. He was the third. He wasn't the best. Sorry, guys. Ben Affleck was the best, and I don't care. I don't care. Leave a comment if you hate that opinion. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty cool. That's about it. Here we go, some of that classic suicide humor. I just posted on Instagram about how, and I got this so handy. Look at, this is how they remind me that I need to fulfill my subscription, right? Don't kill yourself. No, off your subscription. That's not how you do it, guys. Sorry, I don't know who's man in the helm when it comes to those subscription things. This is how you do it. Just because you missed the last issue, why kill yourself? Why do that? And this is one of my favorites. I think the one that I took a picture of was Paul Coker. And there's a guy, like, he has like this, like one of these old pineapple grenades. Anyway, this is decommissioned, don't worry, guys. And he has it in his mouth, and a string is going from this. Does this make you nervous? From this to the doorway. And these were the best. These were the best subscription ads, I think, ever invented. How long did they last? When was the first suicide subscription joke, and when was the final? Oh yeah, I can't make predictions because it's not the what do you call it? It's not the, there's no vital features. Here we do have, however, the quote from Alfred E. Newman. Blood is thicker than water, but it makes lousy lemonade. So stupid. But also true. Haven't we? I think we've established that this is like low-key. Alfred E. Newman is the smartest guy there is. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're going to have Mort Drucker. You're going to have Duck Edwing. You're going to have... is this... Friedman, I forget his name. I forget his first name. Aragones, Paul Peter Porges, Dave Berg, I don't know. Those are the ones that just jump out to me right now. But I can't make any predictions. Here we go. Oh, never mind. This is just an ad. Oh, look at. Oh, no, I won't. All right. Okay. This is what we'll do. Let's look at a dead letter. I am a loyal reader of your magazine, but as a Grateful Dead fan, I don't like where this is going. I feel it necessary to point out a mistake on MAD number 334's back cover. Commemorative music stamps we'd like to see. The Enchanting Dead have existed for only 29 years, not 30. Previous to 1966, the same group was known as the Warlocks, and before that, Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions. Just thought you guys should know. Paul had to have known, right? He had to have known that was a letter that shouldn't have been written. Paul, we appreciate your letter because most of us here are deadheads too. Most of us, that is, except assistant editor Andrew J. Schwartzberg, the person who did the research for our stamp article. We've been having trouble with Schwartzberg lately, and your letter wasn't the first we received. Yours proved to be the breaking point, however, and we had no alternative but to let him go. Sure, we've joked about this in the past, but Schwartzberg is such a slacker and a layabout. This time we mean it. Just check the next issue's masthead and see if you can find him. He's history. I really wish they would have torn into Paul a little bit more. Poor Jason. What was that, Jason Schwartzberg? Oh, no, Andrew Schwartzberg. Look at, they got a new address. Matt's new address, new subscription address, new fax number. Wowee. Anyway. That's not as interesting as I thought it would be. How many times has MAD moved? I mean, everybody talks about the move from New York to California being the big one. Hold on. I got to zoom in on this one. I'm sorry. The letters page is the best part of any magazine. How many times did they move within New York, though? That was my question. Fun with guns. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is not a funny start. Having lost a family member myself to senseless gun violence, I look at the NRA as a group that is not protecting people's rights, but violating people's right to life. It is simple math. Each of the following countries, except the USA, has very tough gun control legislation. Australia, 13 handgun deaths. England, 33 handgun deaths. Sweden, 36 handgun deaths. Japan, 60. USA, 13,220. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Guns plus people equal death. Tom Sposato. Tommy Boy. The figures you quote make perfect sense to us. All except one, that is. Are you sure 2 plus 2 equals 4? I don't know why. I mean, that was not humorous, and I feel a little bad for laughing. Only a little, though. Hey, I don't think I said this. If you want to flip along with me, if I kind of skim over something and you're like, I need a little bit more information, down below there is also a link to Doug Guilford's MAD cover site, and it should bring you right to this issue. And so you can see all the artists and writers that are involved. If you're not familiar with MAD cover site, where have you been? I'm not going to explain it to you. I think you owe me an explanation. Anyway, but... All right, stop it. Buttman for Schluggener. Buttman for Schluggener. All right, so this is how I know at this point... well, no, I don't know this. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to start this a little differently. What I notice about this... Oh, yeah, this is Val Kilmer's Batman. I forget. I think I said George Clooney. Mort Drucker. Does anything stand out to you about this illustration? What stands out to me is all this dead space. Like, I mean, right here, you know, that would be explicable in that is where the text goes. But think back to, like, I mean, how often do you see a page, especially like this opening splash page, which isn't absolutely filled, like every single inch of it filled with details from the movie? This is it's a little bizarre, I think, to say the least. It stands out to me. Oh wait, who wrote this? Why don't they don't have it? What? Let's see how this writing is. Here, I can actually look over. Where is this? Oh, Dick DiBartolo is the writer. Where would you like to sleep, dork? This place has 37 bedrooms, but quite frankly, mine has the most comfortable bed. Thanks, but this is only our first date. And since you like spandex and capes, you won't believe your eyes when you see the butt wardrobe. It's massive. And talk about mirrors. Okay, Smoothie, you got yourself a roomie. That man-to-man talk about kinky clothes convinced me. There is something very strange about... I mean, it's a kind of ongoing joke, right? About how Batman has adopted this child to bring him into a life of fighting crime. But it's made even stranger when it's this guy from Scent of a Woman, and he's not a boy, he's a man. He's like, you can't get adopted as a man, can you? I've never adopted a man. Anyway, here we have Rumbaflex 2000. Now you're in control. If there's an especially hot place in hell, surely it is reserved for the numbskull idiot morons who write assembly instructions. Whether you're trying to put together a child's toy, an exercise bike, or a storage bin, if there's a way to make the instructions impossible to understand, these beanhead writers do it with ambiguous terms, technical jargon, and meaningless phrases. Then again, maybe all these instructions are clear and it's just the entire population of the planet that is mechanically challenged. Nah, it's them. And we wish them a pox on their houses as we present Rumbaflex 2000. Now you are in control. I'm going to forego this congratulations letter for buying this. Artist, Melinda Dunn. Not heard of her. Writer, Jim Barton. I do like the style a lot. I find the art and technical drawings to be fascinating and really enjoyable to look at. And this is cool because there is, I mean, it's like that sort of technical drawing style, like a airline pamphlet, mixed with things like this, where they're using that. It's not the painted. It's not. It's like Zipatone, right? So where you like apply it to the paper, and so you get the nice texture, those dots, at very measured intervals. Maintenance: never too tight, never too thick. The Rumbaflex 2000 practically takes care of itself, and with its new auto whisk mechanism. Oh, I read that really weird. With its new auto whisk mechanism, you'll never have to spackle again. Just make sure to follow these simple steps on a regular basis, and your new Rumbaflex will give you years and years of trouble-free operation. 1. Buff all towels at least every 3 weeks. You'll feel better. Your Rumbaflex 2000 will cover more ground. Keep the pistons and shafts free of lint, butter, and aloe buildup. This can cause sticking and chin irritation. What does this thing do? This is like this is the type of thing that I love in MAD, because you can get lost in this, right? Like, here's the parts list: hex shank implant extensions, stainless steel spunk duct. Oh, this is disturbing. I love that though. And here we have only a wrestling fan could ever. Bye. I called it, guys. Drew Friedman. I may have called him by a different name, but I know I got the Friedman part. Only a wrestling fan could ever totally despise that evil scum of the earth rat bastard wrestler till the moment he turns good. That's true. I loved wrestling when I was a kid. And it's like, yeah, they would do the heel turn, and it's like, what do I do? I still like this guy. Or this guy's the worst. Oh, wait, now he's a good guy. I mean, like, people like Vince McMahon are geniuses. Well, I guess only Vince McMahon is a genius. The rest of them are just... Mail video copies of outrageous referee mistakes so the league will review the tapes and reverse the bad decisions. I don't want to break kayfabe. But I think you get the joke. Oh, this is the best guy in the world. Now, this is where I'm going to name drop Mean Gene Okerlund. Only a wrestling fan could truly believe the announcer who says that next week's pay-per-view event is sure to be the greatest ever one. But look at that is none other than Mean Gene Okerlund. Mean Gene Okerlund. Family friend. I mean, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mean Gene. But that's all. That's all I got. I've met the guy a few times. I know his son. Anyway, and technically I don't know him. My dad knew him. Anyway, this name drop gets worse and worse. Only a wrestling fan could assume that after being brutally assaulted by 3 wrestlers and a manager with chairs, canes, and electric cattle prods, the only medical way for a wrestler to recover physically is if the audience claps rhythmically. I mean, all of these things are true, right? It's absurd. But it's so much fun. That's what made wrestling so much fun as a kid. Is like that. I don't know. Here we have John Caldwell. I love John Caldwell's style. I think I've said that about 1 million times. And I don't know. I just like the way he draws these like little stout people. Like these pants. I don't know why these pants. I love these. I think I've met people shaped like this. The real reason why men don't ask for directions. The person you ask may be just another clown with an attitude. Hey, what do I look like, Rand freaking McNally? I don't get that. Was there like, do you ask clowns for directions? The person you ask may be a mime. The person you ask may take you too literally. Want to know the quickest way to get to the Ignuski brothers' funeral parlor? Is pulling a pistol on him. The person you ask may be with the CIA. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Where does that come from? Is that like a James Bond thing? Oh, here we go. Now, this is very relevant. Oh, man, this is like this is awesome artwork. Some of these faces remind me of, I've been following Johnny Sampson, the guy who does the fold-ins for all of the new MAD magazines. And he does these really cool faces, like just these quick face drawings. And they're beautiful, but I don't know. This one sort of reminds me of that. Who is this? Sherry Flanagan. These are 2 people I've never heard of. There was that other one whose name I forgot. New victim groups in the 90s. I think people forget, right? PCs run amok, right? But there was like this whole time in the 90s where this same thing happened. And there was, I remember there was some movie, and I think it was, I forget who was in it, but it was called PCU. And it was just all about the idea of PC culture. And I don't know, I remember seeing it on reruns on Comedy Central and being amused by it. But it's, everything old is new again. That's what they say. If you watch Donahue, Oprah, Sally Jesse, and their clones, you know that everyone in America is potentially a victim. Trouble is, with 412 of these gab fests on daily, they've pretty much covered the existing victimography over and over again. Think about it. Which show hasn't done bull mics 10 times? What is that? Well, since Montel, Ricky, and Bertice don't seem to mind rehashing the same old stale victims ad infinitum, it fails us It falls to us at MAD, as always, to steer them back onto the cutting edge of self-pity, to ferret out the whiners of tomorrow, and introduce you to the new victim groups. Man, that was a struggle for me to read that. I am so sorry. Codependence of codependence. So then I told him, what about my 12-step program? You're not the only one with the 12-step program. And then he goes, what do you want from me? I'm already going to AA, Gamblers Anonymous, Abuse Spouses Anonymous. Oh how about this? Newscasters assign stories with the word penis in them. Oh, that's Connie Chung, who was married to Maury Povich. Update on Lorena Bobbitt, the woman who cut off her husband's This is so stupid. Mike Snyder is a very, very good comedic writer. And this Sherry Flanagan, I really like her. Minor car crash victims who didn't get the $2.1 million promised in their lawyer's TV ad. But what? I already put the down payment on the Ferrari, and I had to wear the stupid neck brace and pretend to limp for nothing. Oh, tobacco executives and gun manufacturers called to testify before Congress. We do not believe cigarettes are addictive. Lumberjacks mistaken for Seattle grunge rock musicians. Which band is he with? Beats me. It must be really alternative, though. No one's heard of him. Now we have M&P, Manic, and wait, P must be somebody else, because it was Clark Edwing and oh, look, I have this open already. Oh, it was written by Prochias. Oh, wow. So that's kind of cool. He stopped writing them, but would occasionally, or he stopped drawing them, but he'd occasionally write them. I feel like that would be really hard to do, to get a script from Prochias and have to do it justice. Like, it's a whole nother thing to take it over and be able to write your own stuff, but use the characters that he invented. But then to have him write those characters, and then you draw the characters, that's, yeah, I don't know. That's got to be tough. Yeah. But of course, Manic has those sound effects. He loves putting in those sound effects. Even though personally, don't think it works. I got to tell you. A mad look at video cameras. I feel like this is one that's been done before, or rather since. It's been done since. And, you know, I don't know. These are always really hard to flip through because, like, what am I going to do? Describe it for you? It's just beautiful figure drawing and pantomime. Is that what it's called? All right. I am going to look at this one because this is brilliant. All right. So she's working, thinking, scratching her noodle. Oh, I got to put it away. The boss is here. He comes up. He gives her the hint. I think that is very cute. I think that is a wholesome, mad look at right there. TV people, what they say and what they really mean. Let's see, who do we have? Spencer Christian. Never heard of him. Mike Levy, Amazing Discoveries host. Never heard of him. CNN, Crossfire host. Oh, here we go. What they say. On the left, I'm Michael Kinsley. On the right, I'm John Sununu. What they mean. Defending Clinton regardless of the ideology it entails. I'm Michael Kinsley. Attacking Clinton regardless of the ideology it entails. I'm John Sununu. I like that. Ted Koppel. I'll be back in a moment with a final program note. What they really mean. The show is over. We need one more commercial break to pay Diane Sawyer's salary. Please indulge us. Here's Conan O'Brien, late night host, recently retired for the second time, late night host. What they say tonight on the show from Wayne's World 2, Mike Myers, Frasier star David Hyde Pierce, and weatherman Al Roker. Again on the show, 3 people under contract to NBC. Oh, I loved that show when I was a kid, though. Staying up late. Not as good as Letterman. Love David Letterman. Here we go. Bryant Gumbel. What they say, I've re-signed for 3 more years on the Today Show because there are no greater people in the world to work with. What they really mean is the bidding war I anticipated never materialized. This is artist Barry Blitt and writer Greg Eckler. I gotta say, I like this art style. It's kind of like watercolors. I mean, it's sort of a bummer that it's on newsprint and black and white, but yeah. The Lighter Side Of by Dave Berg. What a strange layout. Wow, they were... Wait a second. Is this... Do you guys remember that letter that I did? Wait, where's my Twitter? Okay. I gotta bring this up. Because there was that letter. It was a Mad News. It was the breaking news about that letter from the 90s. Let me see. It was from Bradford. Let me see if I can pull this up. Where is it? Where is it? I gotta find this. Oh, wait, I forgot to email that guy. I'm remembering so many things right now. Oh, geez. This is not good television, is it? Oh, here we go. All right. So if you don't know, there was a thing, this letter right here to Jeanette Kahn. And when was it? 1996. Oh, 1995. Okay. But in the letter, they talked about how they need to cut back his pages. And it's like, it just seems like they're not putting as many on here as they normally would. Okay. That's good to know, I guess. All right. Toys inspired by today's headlines. The San Andreas Fault Dollhouse. Little Miss Marcia Clark outfit. Marcia Clark. Oh, is she the one? That was an OJ joke? Hey, I was promised OJ humor in this. What the heck? Municipoly bankruptcy board game. The baby computer with hostile virus. Here we go. Refugee log camp construction model. Fully equipped with ineffectual UN peacekeeping soldiers, powerless international observers, and overwhelmed relief workers. Refugee log camp can be quickly assembled and torn down for easy relocation pending border disputes. Additional convoys of medical supplies, food, and blankets can be ordered, though there's no guarantee they'll ever arrive. I don't know if I was emotionally ready for that joke. Here we have artist Dave Manick and writer Desmond Devlin. Goofus and Gallant. I know Goofus and Gallant from Highlights magazine. And, you know, there's some Goofus, obviously, is a Goofus. Gallant, well, he's a gallant. That's like, right there, taking verbs, adjectives, and turning them into names, right? Like a Goofus and a Gallant. Like, Gallant is always responsible and prepared for any encounter. Jeez. Desmond Devlin is fucked up. Goofus checks the refrigerator for a piece of saran wrap. Oh my God. Look at this illustration. I can't believe that. Jesus. Gallant knows that language is a powerful weapon against female empowerment and always chooses his words carefully. Goofus insists that bodacious beef bazookas is a compliment, for crying out loud. Oh my God. Thinking it unseemly, Gallant never discusses ultra-personal details in those face-to-face sex talks with the guys. Goofus agrees. After all, that's what the internet is for. Gallant thinks dining al fresco is good for a first date because the casual atmosphere and the constant street traffic help to take the pressure off. Goofus prefers to eat outside too, in case he has to cut one. I am quite happy. God, this is like, it was so intense, man. I don't know. This is, damn, Desmond. That's crazy. You're crazy for this one. Here we go. Duck Edwing sequestered at the OJ trial. Your Honor, we'd like to take the sidebar again. Bro, how are you going to have such... I mean, like, really, this is very edgy humor. How are you going to have this with, Your Honor, we'd like sandwiched between that sidebar joke and basically this, right? The lamest thing in the world. I don't know. That's like, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just sort of baffled. I'm somewhat baffled by it. And here we have a Spy versus Spy, one by Manic, drawn by Manic, and written by Duck Edwing. This is a really cool one. I like this a lot. Puts it in the safe. Boom. Slams the door. Oh no, he got him with a sap. With the blackjack right onto the noggin. Here's a fun fact. It's like basically a puck of lead with leather, right? And the cops used to carry them and knock people in the noggins. But apparently they had to stop carrying them. This is what my uncle said. I've never said this out loud before. They had to stop carrying because they kept killing people. They would just whack them on the head with a brick of lead and they would die because you've just been hit really hard. But anyway. Then that extends out and crushes him to death, which I like. I'm a fan of that. Jim Carrey visits the Larry Sanders Show. I'll tell you what. This is Angelo Torres, writer Stan Hart. I'll tell you this. I absolutely loved the Larry Sanders Show. Gary Shandling, and this guy, the guy from Arrested Development. The dad, he was, "Hey now, Hank Haney," and that was his catchphrase. Would be like, "Hey now." It was wonderful. Look at, there he is thinking it. Hey now. But it's so great. It was such a funny show, and it was, making fun of the late night talk show and what I guess all that entails. Here's Matt's completely up to date U.S. tourist map symbols. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on this. George Woodbridge, the artist. Lovely Woodbridge art. Here's a popular carjacker route. National forest ruined by overlogging. Containment public beach. Gross. Poorly marked Pioneer Trail. Souvenir shop with the exact same crap you've seen in every other souvenir shop. Factory outlet center with nothing good in any normal size. Game-controlled rest area. Last Indian Casino for 25 miles. I mean, in the Midwest, that's all there is. I don't really understand that. Chain restaurant sued for racism. Denny's. It says Denny's. Was Denny's sued for racism? Abandoned town built over toxic waste dump in the 50s. And woods full of psychotic and heavily armed survivalists. Here we have that beautiful Mad fold-in. It was not folded in, and I'm not going to fold it in. I don't care what you guys say about me behind my back. Or in the comments section. Tell me how you feel about the fact that I don't fold in. Famous artist paintings of comic book characters. Wonder Woman Lisa. That's cool. This is the one I really like. Caravaggio's Death of Superman. That's beautiful. I really like that, actually. The Persistence of Mr. Fantastic by Salvador Dali. Catwoman Descending a Staircase by Duchamp. And Andy Warhol's Hulks. This one's kind of overdone. Maybe at the time it wasn't overdone, but it sure is, heck is now. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a fun back cover. Anyway, this has been Mad Magazine number 337. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, please hit like, hit subscribe. We're going for 400. Leave a comment down below or visit me at patreon.com/flippinthrough. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.